Is that more interesting? I think that's more interesting. Okay, let's go for the How He Left Nigeria Poor and Built Wealth in Switzerland by Stephen Ndukwu. Let's go ahead and take a look, guys. Subscribe to Stephen's channel if you're not already subscribed. Let's go ahead and react.
Switzerland.
I call Switzerland the financial heaven of the world.
This country is known for a lot of things, but better known to offer the best opportunities in the world for individuals looking to relocate and access the highest earning career and business prospects, just like our guest today, Sean Ilogu.
This economy really functions, and no other economy in the world is as stable as Switzerland. Swiss is just too good. It just made me rich.
Would you consider yourself to be one of the richest black person here in Switzerland, in Zurich?
As an immigrant coming to Zurich,
Yeah.
Switzerland, I don't know any black who has a portfolio over 100 million Swiss franc plus.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always dreamt to be rich because I've seen suffering, and I felt that it's possible.
I've got passion for promoting black excellence, and this is a story of one African man changing the narrative far away from his home country.
Started early as a kid. I was over 6. I was selling puff, I was drying chicken. I was selling my business. Whatever has been real for a long time, but the real effective years was really from 2010.
2010.
That's where my life really went boom.
What do you think is your net worth?
I think I'll be somewhere between 50 and 70 million francs.
Oh my gosh. 81 mil. What? Is that USD?
Minimum.
I spent 24 hours with Sean as he narrates to me how he left Nigeria broke, moved to Switzerland, and now has a portfolio over 100 million Swiss francs and living the Swiss dream.
Going abroad can change your life in two ways. People need to find out where their calling is at.
Yeah.
It could be in Nigeria.
Yeah.
It could be in London. It could be in Canada.
I would appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel and give this video a like.
81 mil?
We started off the day at his home office where he got to show me some of his antique collections and told me about his background, which I was very much interested in.
If you give me 1 million, I won't even sell this. This is 120 years old.
Is that real gold?
Yeah, it's real gold.
So this is also your office here?
So this is my home office. I'm doing whatever here.
Yeah.
Yes. My name is Sean Ilogu. I was born in Lagos State, Aguda. Coming from a poor background where you see all this stuff, how people live luxuriously, rich, and you know you can make it, but you know something is just stopping you from getting there.
Yeah.
America was untouchable for us. London, no go. Canada, no go. Australia, no go. Germany, here I come.
Yeah.
Speak German. Ich spreche Deutsch. On July 4th.
You're never gonna forget.
Never gonna forget that Independence Day of America. July 4th, I landed Frankfurt. And now I moved to Switzerland 2013. I always knew Switzerland was the golden boy.
And what are those signals? Like how?
Because when you are in a place, you research, you know, it's very expensive. You can earn this amount there in IT. I was seeing all the ads.
Yeah, if you guys didn't know, Switzerland is one of the most expensive countries on the planet. If you guys didn't know, do the research. Like, everything costs so much money in Switzerland. That's why if you do happen to want to visit Switzerland, you want to just make a day trip out of it and come back to a much more affordable country that you may have your hotel in, because it is extremely expensive, especially in Zurich.
As an IT guy, specialist, how much I could earn. I'm like, wow. But I was hearing that it was so racist.
You see, when Sean decided to leave Germany and move to Switzerland, he had already made a fortune from IT, but moving to Swiss further deepened his interest for real estate because of the opportunities he saw. We'll be heading out to check out some of his...
Ooh, can we I can't stand constant stopping in the video, but we are consistently seeing a pattern here with people that have extreme amounts of wealth and real estate ownership. This is another example of a multimillionaire having a portfolio of real estate. So what is this pattern, this ongoing pattern keep showing us? This is showing us that multimillionaires, the majority of them, if not all of them that we at least see on YouTube, but the majority in real life, they have a real estate portfolio. So what does that tell you? If you want to become a millionaire, if not a multimillionaire, this means that you should invest in real estate and control real estate if you want true wealth. So this is another example of that.
His real estate properties around Zurich, Switzerland.
The properties we're about to see now, 3 properties, I wanted something prestigious. I had so many properties already, but I had to beg God for this prestigious one. So this is Küsnacht. Küsnacht is the Beverly Hills of Zurich. It's where the old money people are at. This is where you want to be.
So what makes it expensive? What makes it the Beverly Hills?
You have people like Tina Turner, who was living there before. All the rich CEOs, the owners and MDs of companies, they live there. All the celebrities live there. Every inch of soil, of ground in Küsnacht costs a lot of money.
And what are we looking at like for an average property here?
An average property will cost between that's a very, 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 very old house, 4 million Swiss francs, which is about 4.4 to 4.5 million dollars, to 20, 30, 40, 50, whatever.
50?
Yes, I do.
We are approaching the house now. She sold it though, okay?
This is where the house.
She's late. That's the house, the White House here.
Which one? This one
white,
here.
This white one here.
Wow.
You can see the gold crown.
Yeah.
See that gold crown.
Oh yeah, just right there at the top. Right.
Yeah, the top.
How much do you think this house is worth right now?
40 million-ish. That's the 2 houses there and the little bungalow on the side. Welcome to the Beverly Hills of Zurich.
Well, that's
It's the lake
crazy.
down there, and that's what actually people pay for. Yeah, people want to come out here to network. When I bought this property, I was just standing here. They were still doing some renovation here.
Yeah.
The guy just walked up to me and said, "Oh, are you the construction manager?" or
Yeah.
something? I said, "No, I'm not.
I'm the one.
I'm the owner." "Oh, really?"
Yeah.
So he was shocked. He was shocked. A lot of people see me too, and they're shocked. The garden starts from here.
I love it. I love seeing I love people like this that show a positive example of, hey, you can be melanated, you can be African, you can be black, and you don't have to be like the construction worker or the construction manager of a building. You can be the owner. Surprise people, folks. Buy those properties, and when you show up and you're melanated, you're African, you're black, or what have you, you don't look like the status quo. I want you to surprise them and say that, hey, I own this. I own this. Yeah, that's right. I own this. Like, that is so amazing to see an example of that.
Starts from here. The garden goes all the way down here.
Yeah.
It needs to be cut. It goes all the way there to those second trees there and go all the way back.
Is it mandatory, like you must put a garden in your property here in Zurich?
Yes, because people want to live with green.
Yeah.
If you don't have any greenery, no one's going to rent it out to you.
Alright.
Yes. Here we're on the mountain too, and it's the hillside,
Yeah.
and that's why we say Beverly Hills.
He bought this property for 8 million Swiss francs and got plans to put it out for monthly rental
9
for
mil?
9,500 Swiss francs a month,
Bro!
making almost 20,000 Swiss francs a month.
Oh
on
my
rent.
gosh, bruh. 23K monthly from one property. How long would that pay that actually, when he will break even? How long would it take for him to break even, bro? I would say 4, maybe 5 years, if I'm doing my math correctly, because that's 23K a month times 12 is roughly 240, 250K. And then you multiply that by 4, maybe 5, like about 4.5, 5 years to get his money back. And then after that 5 years, he's reaping 23K a month after the mortgage is paid off, bro.
Rental income.
Crazy.
This property has 2 floors with a basement down below. He added a laundry area, a sauna, a shower room, offering more amenities to enhance the comfort of his tenants.
Oh my
They're
god.
paying 9,500 Swiss francs.
Yeah.
You're giving them quality.
Yeah.
So they don't have to do anything. Just come, wash, dry. You know, we have sauna here. We have extra bathroom we can use. We have this and all that. So You give them quality.
Yeah.
The property is sitting on over 1,000 square meters, and inside the property, you get a fitted kitchen with appliances.
Ooh.
It has 3 ensuite bedrooms, a living room, and a great view of Zurich Lake.
To the lake again from the south side.
This is what makes the property expensive, huh?
Expensive because you can be here at night to see all the lights lit up, right? And then you like dreaming in vacation, right?
How many streams of income have you been able to, amass for yourself?
In my case, I started in IT, and then from IT, I went into real estate. From real estate, I get money from crypto.
So walk us through like your real estate portfolio.
Units is a lot. It's probably over 100, but if you count it just properties, about 29. But if you count units, they are over 100 and something. The rough estimate would be over 100 million Swiss francs. 100.
Oh my gosh. That's how much real estate he controls. That's not how much actual money he has. That's how much real estate he controls. Like, that is why real estate is so important to own, to build your wealth, because you can buy a property at $100,000 or $200,000, hold it, rent it out, get the actual income from the rental, and you get the benefit of building equity over time. And it has tax benefits as well. At least here in the US, it has huge tax benefits. This is why I kind of stress building your wealth through real estate. You have to own real estate. And this guy he's doing one hell of a job.
Million Swiss francs.
Over. My equity in it, over 44%, to 44 million, over 44 million.
44 million,
In all fairness, I didn't even put up to 17 million, but that's what we say. Every 2 years, every 3 years, the properties just keep increasing. And because I buy it at 30%, 40%, 50% cheaper than the market value already, so I'm already gaining. So that's how I multiplied money.
Okay, let's say you're doing this in Nigeria where it's not so structured like this. Like,
do
you feel you're still going to have a 100 million plus Swiss francs valuation?
No, never. The interest rate now, for example, in Switzerland is 1.9%, and you have that 7% in most Western world.
Bro, did he say 1.9%? What? Bro, it's like 5-6% here in the US. Oh, bro, that's a steal. That's cheaper than my own house that's cheaper than my own mortgage as far as the percentage. Bro, yeah, he's doing something really, really good.
1.9%. And you have that 7% in most Western world. Swiss is just too good. It just made me rich. Where you are also affects the way you do your business.
It's going to affect how rich
you'll become.
So, Mr. Shaw, let me ask you, like, what is there's an American dream. What do you think is the Swiss dream?
I call Switzerland the financial heaven of the world. And the Swiss dream is, if you know how to use debt and work with the banks and go into real estate, you would be rich in no time. And what people need to understand.
I want to play that one more time for the 1.2 people watching this reaction video live, and anyone watching it during the replay. I want you to bring out a notepad or burn this into your mind. I'm going to go back in the video a tiny bit, but I want you guys to hear it from someone that controls over $100 million USD in real estate. And you guys see how much money he's actually making per month just from one property, $23,000. People make $23,000 in 6 and 7 months working an hourly job in some places. This guy's making it in a month from one property. I'm going to take it back one more time so you guys can hear it for the people in the back.
Know how to use debt and work with the banks and go into real estate, you would be rich in no time. And what people need to understand is you don't need to have money to get real estate.
What is really the advantage of doing business here?
Bro, I can't stand stopping the video so often, but these just dropping so many gems, guys, especially for my people that are here in America, because I can speak on how to control real estate in the US. there are loans where you can put down 3-4% on a property, an FHA loan. If you do research on that, you do have to live in the property for at least a year. But as long as you control that property, you can buy a multi-unit property, rent out the other vacant units, and you live in one of the units. And the people that are living or renting out the other units pay for your mortgage. So you essentially are living for free, and then you can still continue to work your day job, work your hourly job, work your salary job, and still continue to live for free, stack more money, and you can buy another property. And then you can repeat that process over again. You put 3 or 4% down on another multi-unit property, and you can, I think you can do this like 4 or 5, maybe 10 times before that's the limit of an FHA. But that is how you house hack and you build wealth while still working your 9-to-5 job. It is possible, guys. You just have to be focused and motivated enough to accomplish this.
Here, like, or even living here.
Okay, let's start with the standards of living.
Yeah.
Generally, even a cleaner that cleans the floor will earn an average of 4,000 to 5,000 Swiss francs.
Wow.
Even the person cleaning is very happy. And that is Switzerland. You don't have it in any other country. This is the financial heaven.
Yeah.
Every EU country wants to come in here. So
would you say it favors even foreigners as well?
it favors foreigners. But one thing a foreigner has to know is if the regular local has to give 100%, a foreigner has to give probably 200%, but you get the same result or even better.
Yeah.
Because you're tougher.
Yeah.
You're coming from a lower standard, very poor economy. You're used to suffering. Swiss people will probably they don't know suffering because we read the lantern with no lights, mosquitoes, live with the rats, and all this stuff. So they don't have that experience. With that in your portfolio and of experience, if you take that here and come and work hard,
Wow.
you'll be paid big time.
What nature of business do you feel like works in this country?
I'll tell people you need to watch what the institutional investors do. They do real estate. That's number one. They do gold and other commodities.
Yeah.
You know, and like oil and this and whatever, right? Minerals. They do stocks, and mostly S&P 500. Then I'm huge in crypto. Crypto is something
Gems, bro.
for the future. So anybody coming in there should have crypto, should understand crypto. I wrote my thesis, my master thesis on Bitcoin.
We were getting hungry and needed to eat, so to have lunch, we found an African restaurant, a Nigerian one to be precise.
There's one nice place. It's called Queen Idia. We want to go there and have a nice Nigerian meal.
Oh, Nigerian restaurant.
Nigerian restaurant. You
How
have
many-
all the best stuff.
How many
Switzerland?
Nigerian restaurants are they here?
That's the only one that you really know and really have.
Only one Nigerian
one.
restaurant in the whole of Zurich.
Yes.
Yeah, but food generally, is it very expensive here? in
Very
Zurich?
expensive.
Owning a car generally in Switzerland, you pay a lot of money for parking space. See now, we're trying to squeeze this car into this small space so he fits in the line, the blue line actually. The blue line over there. Otherwise, he's going to get tickets for it.
So because it's blue line, where is blue line? You can park for 1 hour.
So why was this person getting a ticket?
No, he's getting a ticket because he
He has been there
parked
for
more than 1 hour.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So this is the blue ticket you park. So now you have either 4 a.m. or 16 o'clock, which is 4 p.m. So you set it now, the time is 16:03. So you set it at 6,
Yeah.
at 4, and then we can now go for 1 hour.
That's so interesting.
So here you don't pay.
You don't
But
pay.
in the white place you pay.
You pay. Okay?
So that's the logo of India, and you're coming to have a nice meal here.
So what's your favorite thing about this restaurant? Other than it is Nigerian.
Nigerian first. The meal tastes good.
Yeah.
To be honest, the ambience is good. It's a quality place where you come, you like it. So
I mean, yeah, you get to meet fellow Nigerians that are probably
yes,
around. Yeah. You already have like a German nationality and everything, but how difficult is it for, let's say, an African person that has money that wants to come to Zurich to invest in real estate, or maybe for cash flow, capital gain, or whatever?
So it's you have different classes of residency.
Yeah.
You have L. L means you're a short-time worker. The L permit would not allow you buy properties in Switzerland because you're a short time. The banks will not even work with you. B
Wow.
permit would means you're a resident, but you're not permanent. You go to the bank will say, oh, Mr. Ondoku, you have a B permit, you're not permanent here, so the risk is high. So everything the bank does is they weigh everything against a risk factor. And that will determine what interest rate they will give you, and if
Be
at all
higher.
they will give you that loan.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You will most definitely not get it. Or if you got it, at a very high interest rate.
Yeah.
Most banks will not even deal with you.
Very high interest rates.
Then you have the C
Yeah.
permit. The C permit means you're now permanently a resident of Switzerland, and that's what you need. The banks will now work with you. They know, oh, you're not permanent here, you're not running away. You could technically still run away, but on their paper, on their books, it just means Mr. Ondoku is permanent. The risk factor is very low for him to run away, and then the banks will work with you and give you the regular.
I heard you kept
Bro.
mentioning the banks, because the economy here, I feel, is dependent on financing. You're not running upfront cash economy right here,
No.
just like where we are from in Africa.
And you don't need to.
Yeah.
And I could only be so big because I work with banks. And that's why your credit rating is so important. I tell people, so important.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I have here.
Bro, like this is one of the best like interviews. Like he's dropping so many gems that I don't think people are truly understanding the impact that what he's saying can have on someone's life if they put words to actions. If you truly want to become successful, become like a millionaire or what have you, you have to not only your credit rating has to be great. You have like 9 times out of 10, you should look into owning at least one real estate property to become successful. I think that would just give you the leverage and the leg up on the competition, because like he said before, like owning real estate is the key.
Here. What is this? This is chicken, fried rice, plantain. But the plantain look like it's a lot. I just need like 3 or something. You have
And here we have
okra soup.
Okra soup, we have edikaikon and amala.
Oh, you're a proper Niger guy.
Yes, so. Yes, sir.
And it was very interesting to hear the story of the Nigerian lady that operates this kitchen.
So setting up
Yes.
this business, was it easy or difficult?
It's difficult. Since I enter Switzerland, everywhere I stay, I have to go to different places to go and bring paper. Even where I rented before, I have to bring the paper. You know, it was not an easy journey, but God make it possible that after presenting everything, I was given the permit to operate. Me and my children, the work we are doing here, if we are in Nigeria, we cannot do it. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. Don't think you are coming here to pick dollar in the streets. I remember when I started this restaurant, it's every day for 7 days. I open every day for 7 days in the morning. I do
Wow.
buffet, that is for lunch. Throughout the day, we are in this restaurant for more than 6 years before I stopped. People all over that have asked me to move to Australia, America, they all come here. Even in London, somebody say, I want to stand for you, come to East London. I say, I'm wasting time here because we don't have many black here. I say, I know, we don't have so many black here, but the white people, they are patronizing me. If you look
Plot twist. The plot twist to the whole thing is like you open a Nigerian restaurant and you have, non-melanated people come in there and patronize your business. Plot twist. Let's get it.
look at this place now, the Nigeria here is not up to how many. They are all from different places that are here. I have Cameroon food. I have Ivory Coast food. I have Ghana food. I cook Congo.
That's a lot of
Congos are
food,
here.
bro.
I cook their food to my menu.
The Swiss people, do they come here to eat?
Yes.
What-
Swiss people is the 80% of my customers.
For real?
Yes.
What food do they come here to get?
They eat everything.
Is it not too hot for them?
I don't cook with pepper.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Not too hot for them.
A little ad break for the sponsors of today's video, Fire Pips Academy. Fire Pips
but we are bigger on more. So we have people all over the world covered, and then we also have physical classes now, which we just recently launched. Our office address also.
The dues, so they were in pressure to sell it.
Oh, let me
That's
go
why
back
I
a
was
little bit. I think I skipped over.
But with Sean Lee is, then click the link in the description of this video to get started. Moving on with Sean, he took me to some of his 50-unit block of 2 to 4 bedroom apartment he bought for 45 million Swiss francs.
You see all those ones from the beginning there?
Yeah.
All the way to the end here. The company was going bust, couldn't pay their dues, so they were in pressure to sell it. That's why I was telling you about opportunities. When opportunities come, and you need to jump at it.
So you need to have some liquidity.
Yes.
Like, for those kind of opportunities, no?
Yes, but I could have probably even bought it for free. The bank says it's worth 56 million. The people probably know it's worth around that amount, but they wanted to sell it off immediately, so they wanted to sell for 50 million. But I struck it down to 45 million. Now, the bank is looking at, oh, it's worth 56 million. 75% of 56 million is 42 million. So the bank brought 42 million. I would have had to bring 14 million. But because I was able to strike the price down to 45 million, I only had to bring 3 million.
Bro.
And I didn't bring any money cash. So what the bank did was go to my other properties and pulled out the other equity that was there, and they were able to pull out 3 million.
What?
Now we've gone to the first stage of
That's the power of owning real estate. You can pull equity from other properties to buy new properties.
the reservation
Wow.
and the second stage of the contract sale, which is irreversible. And you're the first person now to know this. Because normally I always wait till
You have signed
the
it.
second, because you say that 3 steps. There's the reservation, where you pay a deposit. The second one is the contract of sale, signed. Once it's signed, it's irreversible. And the third one is what you call the Eigentumsübertragung. They will transfer the name, ownership, transfer of ownership from that company to my company, house function, right? And then the bank will now pay their own part. I've paid my own part. The bank will now have to pay their own part.
Wow.
But the bank will always do that once the ownership has been transferred to this. So we're on that now. In the next few weeks, it should be done.
Wow.
Wow.
So it's so crazy. So,
after
so even
you-
all these tenants now don't know that after they've paid, the company will now come. They have a what you call a Hausverwaltung that manages for them as an agent. Agency that manages for them. They will now introduce me officially to them. Then I will now have a meeting with everybody.
To say like this is a new company.
It's
in
new
charge.
company now that is the owner, and then we'll have a meeting. And
Yeah.
after that, I can now issue them a new contract or take over the contract, the old contract that they have.
Are you going to increase the rent?
Yep.
I'll keep that for myself.
So what's the average rent now for the, let's say, 3-4
The
bedrooms?
average rent is for 3 bedrooms about 2,300 to 2,500.
Yeah, he's raising that.
This is without utilities, right? Just the rent.
Just rent.
This car that you're driving right now, how much is it right now? Like when you bought it, how much did you buy it for?
Because it's enhanced with Brabus and all that stuff.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
423,000.
What?
Jesus! Okay, now we're talking brand new.
Yes.
Fuck.
Brand
20
new.
Bravos.
Brabus enhanced.
Did you have to pay that like in cash or?
If you want to stay rich, you never pay anything. You buy yourself. I make other people pay. So if I do a deal where I made 1 million, I made 3 million. In this case, I made 3 million. Then if I buy from the 3 million, if I buy this car for 423,000, it means somebody else has paid it for me. So before I buy this car, I have to have a deal I've made money from that can pay for whatever. I don't pay out of my pocket.
God, bro. I'm so glad that we chose this video because there's so many gems being dropped because he has a wealth mentality. He doesn't have a consumerism, a broke mentality. Because a broke or consumerism mindset would have said, let me buy this G-Wagon and then figure out how to pay for it on the back end. That is broke mentality. However, he has a wealth mentality to where he's like, let me make this deal first that should be able to buy this car for me so I don't have to live beyond my means in order to get what I want. He's actually making the deals and saying like, okay, cool. I made this deal for $1 million and it gives me this amount of money per month and I can get this car financed and that deal can pay for the car. and now he didn't have to live beyond his means to buy the car that he wanted.
Even the real estate I buy, not out of my pocket.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I bought a house here cheaper, 30%, 40% cheaper. I have equity in the house. I go to the bank. I say, bank, I have 2 million here. Can you give me loans, down payment for the next one?
Yeah.
So they give me from there because I already made the money there. It's not from my pocket. And because it's a loan, you don't pay taxes. That's the smartest move.
So what was your immigration status in Germany?
I came as a student.
How did you successfully transition from an employee to a business person?
The first thing I did was choose a high-earning career.
I mean, that was IT, right?
IT.
IT was paying you.
And then, yes, and then I had to choose a special niche in IT, which I did what you call the CCIE, Cisco Certified Internet Network Expert. So I was a network expert where you have a few thousand people in voice and collaboration.
Interesting.
That made me go freelancing, and I was earning 150 an hour, which was 1,200 euros of Swiss francs a day. And at one point, I got, as a freelancer contractor, I got 2 companies. I was working at the same time for them. So I was earning 1,200 times 2 for 5 years. That's like 50, 60K, whatever. So that money got me started, and I started investing into real estate.
Right.
I went into real estate
Right away from
in
Germany.
2002 in Germany. I bought this small, tiny apartment for 6,000 euros, but it took 9 months or whatever, and I paid it up, and I had a small, tiny 10 square meter apartment. And that was the first one that, yes, as a student. In 2010, again, I was able to buy an apartment that somebody bought for 240,000. Let me tell you, that's a big leap. A lady bought an apartment for 240,000 euros in 1999.
Okay.
So he didn't get the permit to use it as an apartment. So he sold it to the lady, but wrote somewhere in the line that it wasn't an apartment. And the lady bought it without reading the contract. She couldn't move in. She fought the case. She lost the case, and she was going, and she bankrupted. She filed for bankruptcy, and they took it away from her. It took 11 years, 2010, for them to auction that house. Everybody in the auction hall, over 20-something people, all stood up and left because they said, no, it's too much risk. I was the only one left. And the lady said, Mr. Ilogu, we're closed in 5 minutes. You want to bid? Okay, you know what? I'll just bid. And I bought the house for 3,900. She bought it for 240,000 euros or Deutschmarks 11 years before, and I bought it for 3,900. I took it. I found an architect who said, okay, we have a plan here.
Wow. Siri, how much is 3,900 euros out of 240,000 euros?
Okay, I found this on the web for how much is 3,900.
Is that 3%?
3% is 0.03.
Bro, I know it. Okay, all right, Siri. That's roughly 3 to 5%. So he got a discount of over 90%.
What they submitted before, but what he's seeing here looks good. All we need to do is create another plan that's looking as is, and then we won't have to change anything. But we need to go to them to withdraw the first plan, and we submit the new one that looks exactly like how it was built already, and then we should actually get the permit. I'm like, but this is too easy. They said, well, that's what he sees. I said, really? And we tried that. That worked out. It cost only 6,000. Boom, 3,900, 6,000. I got my apartment, permit an apartment, so I could rent it out. And then the 33,000 she was owing for utility bills and everything. I went to my lawyer. Lawyer said, Mr. Ilogu, are you Mrs. whatever Mueller or whatever the name was? I can't remember. I said, no. She said, end of story. She owes them, not me. So from today on, yes, I'll pay. But whatever she owed 11 years ago, all the 11 years is not my business. And the people in the community, because it was a block of flats, I owned only just one apartment, and they owned the rest. They were fighting. They were all fighting a case against me that I have to pay it. And then 2 weeks before the date of the court, they withdrew their case because they knew they lost. So that's how I got this.
Making this video made me realize doing business as a black man in a country like Switzerland comes with a lot of challenges.
Yeah.
He shared a few of them with me.
You're a business person and a black person, so how are you treated knowing that you are not a native person here, like when you're trying to transact business, do you feel any racism or something like that?
There's racism everywhere. So everywhere I go, the rooms I go into, the meetings I go into, I'm the only black. Beverly Hills of Zurich, Kusnat.
Yeah.
I'm the only black, and people are shocked but it's nice too because people are not expecting it. They're like,
Yeah.
who's this guy? You know.
What are you doing in this neighborhood?
Exactly. And I'll tell you something. Since I started driving this car or the Lamborghini or whatever, when the police see me, they respect me. They just let me drive because they don't know if I'm a star. Yes, of course I'm a star. I love this challenge when I go and walk into the room and somebody underestimates me.
This is crazy.
And then I prove them wrong. I tell people your color does not make you inferior. It's your brain.
Oh!
What I think of, where I see.
Bro, okay, I did that so we can go back so the people in the back can hear this clearly.
Underestimates me.
And then you prove them wrong.
And then I prove them wrong. I tell people your color does not make you inferior. It's your brain.
Yeah.
What I think of, where I see, when we sit down in a room to solve problems, once they're talking about problems, I'm already seeing the solution.
Yeah. Your skin has nothing to do with
My
that.
skin has nothing. I see a solution. It's about who you're made of, the stuff you're made up of, right? Back in the day, you're walking on the street here, an old lady's coming, or German, she's coming, she sees a black man, she crosses the street. You sit on the tram in front of an old lady, she stands up and get up and move to the other side. And one day I was like pissed. I was like, no, you won't do that to me. So I sat down, the old lady got up and went straight to the door. I stood up, I stood close to her. She moved to another corner, I moved to another corner. Next stop, she got down, I got down. I said, oh, young man, why are you following me? I'm not following you, I'm free. Why are you running away? Some of them might think, oh, you rub off that skin, oh, that color is gonna come off. You know, you don't know. Every time you walk in the streets, the police will just stop you and check you. Because house by Spitter.
Are you serious?
Your ID, please. And they'll come only to you. You're in the train. Lots of people in the train, they walk all the way down just to you. I remember one time where I was stopped at Munich train station in Germany, and I didn't have an ID. I was already a German citizen, right? I didn't have my ID. I had a bank card, and they checked it, and they said no. They have to take me into their office in the station. So 6 guys, only black guy, no chance. So they said that they had to undress me and search
For drugs.
my a-hole to see if I had drugs hidden there. I'm like, I said, you won't do it. They said, no, they don't have to do it. They wore gloves, nylon gloves, right? I'm ready to go action. I said, it's either I die or one of you is gonna die. But your finger's not getting into my ass. I'm German. And these guys have checked all I didn't have my ID, but they checked, I had my bank card, they said whatever. I spoke German to them. They've also cross-checked my data in the data bank to know it's me. You have personal questions you ask and everything, this, that. They know it's me. But they think I'm into drugs. But you have all my history records. I've been here for how many years? I have nothing to do with drugs. So why are you trying to search me?
Bro.
Meeting Sean and hearing him narrate his story from back when he was living in Lagos, Nigeria, to Germany, then relocating to Switzerland to build wealth that he would not have been able to accumulate in Nigeria, is a living proof that your location might be a factor preventing you from reaching your goals.
If you're ready to work, if you prepare before you come, that's what most people don't do. And you're not looking to get rich quick, whatever scheme, you want to work and take your time and get the best, get experience, go to school there in that country and everything, you can build yourself wealth. Now, if you want to crown all these efforts and make it solid and make it generational, you must and you have to get into real estate.
I'm sorry. I don't know how many times he drove that home to literally like the result. The thing he's trying to drive home is own real estate. Own real estate. He said this multiple times throughout this entire video, and he literally ended on his point there. So what else can we say? It doesn't matter what you look like. Your mindset determines your level of success, and that he is living proof. He's from Nigeria. He grew up with nothing in Nigeria, poor. moved to Germany as a student and then went to Switzerland, and that's where he built his wealth. So, a few factors is you have to know where you're going and prepare before you go there. So if you want to go into IT or a high paying job like this gentleman here, be sure that you have the education. Be sure that it's a high paying job. If it's not, you can do like what he did. He doubled up on jobs for IT, and he was making 120, 130K a year. And he put that into real estate. Get some real estate, guys. But that's going to be it for today. I appreciate you, Charles, in the building, man, all throughout the stream. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much. And he says, welcome back, Jay. Man, thank you for tuning in, Charles. I really do appreciate it. And if you guys are new to the channel, this is Jay Reacts. So subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Also subscribe to the primary channel that focuses on travel around the world, that features myself and possibly some other guests as well, and you guys will see in the future. But I appreciate you guys for watching the live. We're back to doing live reactions, guys. I'm so happy to be back. And there we go, I got the music back. Cool. And yeah, guys, I really do appreciate it. You guys tuning in this Saturday. And stay tuned, stay subscribed if you're already subscribed, and subscribe as well. Your mindset, let's highlight this. Your mindset determines your way forward in life, not the color of your skin. That's why I love seeing Charles's comments, man. Every single stream he's here. I really do appreciate it, brother. But that's it, guys. That's it for today. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. If you are in the US, have a wonderful Labor Day. Thank you, guys. Peace.